Okay, this video is part of a Facebook project that is titled "The Game is Rigged." How every part of society, government, politics, sports, education, you name it, is rigged, not only for the system's benefit, but to the members' detriment. And this is a sequence about organized religion, and it's a movie about cardinal law back in 2000, when this particular team, Spotlight, which is an investigative team by the Boston Globe, prove the systematic cover-up of child abuse within the Catholic Church, and how and why it happens and why it doesn't come into the light. So here's the recording from a movie and from an actual interview with reporters.
When did you,
A couple of weeks ago.
couple of weeks?
Yeah.
And you're telling us now?
These are substantial. They clearly show that law was negligent.
I need more time. I want to keep digging.
For what? This is the goddamn story.
It's not the whole story.
Tough shit. We're on a clock now. Even if we don't run Sweeney's rulings, another paper could find these letters and fuck the story.
Agreed. But we run these letters alone. Law apologizes, says it's a one-time thing. He can bury it.
How? These clearly show he knew and did nothing about it.
Look, I'm close to stories on 70 priests. We nail that along with those letters. This is proof that this is bigger than law. This is the whole system.
You have multiple sources confirming all those priests.
On some. I can get more.
Too risky. If we're not buttoned up on every single one of them, the church will pick us apart.
I think I can get us someone from the other side of the aisle.
Somebody inside the church?
Yeah, a lawyer.
Will he go on the record?
Deep background, but he's a solid source.
Resendez needs time to write the story. We don't want to drop it at Christmas, not after 9/11. We could run it just after New Year's, before they release the rest of the documents.
All right. Tell Canellis to bury the ruling in Metro. Got 6 weeks.
Thank you.
Tell Mike I want a draft by Christmas. And we need a response from Lake Street.
Yeah.
Who does PR for the Cardinal? Still John Walsh?
No, somebody new. Donna Morrissey, she came from TV. She's young.
Good, get a quote. Need some from law to appear even-handed. Robbie, next time, give me a goddamn heads up.
Will do.
Robbie, what a nice surprise. Come on in. Hey, hon. Look who I found outside.
Karen, can you give us a minute?
Sure.
Good to see you, Karen.
What's up?
I'm out of time, Jim. We're gonna cover up stories on 70 priests. But the boss isn't gonna run it unless I get confirmation from your side.
Are you out of your mind?
Come on. This is our town, Jimmy. Everybody knew something was going on, and no one did a thing. We gotta put an end to it.
Don't tell me what I gotta do. Yeah, I helped defend these scumbags, but that's my job, Robbie. I was doing my job.
Yeah. You and everyone else.
Get out of my house. Hey! You come to my home and lay this shit on me? You were right, Robbie. We all knew something was going on. So where were you? What took you so long?
I don't know, Jim.
Give me the list.
Larry, we're going to press in 6 hours.
Donna Morrissey said she called us with a quote from Law hours ago.
That's what I thought.
When did you talk to her?
Okay, Larry.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thanks, Pete.
Anything?
Conley said that Donna Morrissey should have called. He just left Lake Street.
Yeah. Rasky said the same thing.
This is ridiculous. You'd think they want to get ahead of this.
They'd be idiots not to. I would love to see their faces when they read this thing, man.
You know, Sunday is the Feast of the Epiphany.
Seems appropriate. Mike Resendiz. Hey, Donna. Thanks for calling. Yeah, I just had a few questions, if you have a minute. What?
What? Another adjective.
Anything?
Well, I just turned this down.
Jesus Christ.
I just got off the phone with Donna Morrissey. She said, quote, "We don't even want to know what the questions are," end quote.
She really said that?
Yeah.
Well, that ought to do it. The church had no interest in knowing what the Globe's questions would be. Work it in somewhere before the job. Anything else?
Matt wants to put the letters online so the readers can see for themselves.
We can run the URL at the bottom of the article. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
We also put the spotlight tip line at the end of the story so people can call in. It goes directly to our office.
Matt and I can go in the morning in case we get any calls.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the phones at reception. After we ran the Porter case, the message centers were tied up for weeks. It's a real problem.
There were picketers, too. Lots of them.
I'll talk to Richard about the security and the phones. How are we coming on the follow story?
Well, we've nailed down multiple stories on 70 priests.
All 70?
And with confirmation from Robbie's source, we're ready to go. We can have a draft next week.
Robbie, that source of yours, is this something we could revisit?
It might be tough.
But he has no problem helping the church protect dozens of dirty priests. That's a scumbag.
He's a lawyer. He's doing his job.
He's a shield for the church.
He knew and did nothing.
He could have said something years ago. Maybe save some lives.
What about us?
What's that supposed to mean?
We had all the pieces. Why didn't we get it sooner?
We didn't have all the pieces.
We had Saviano, we had Barrett, we had Gagan, we had the directories in the basement.
You know what? We got it now.
Robbie, the story needed spotlight.
Mike, Spotlight's been around since 1970.
So what? We couldn't see the scope of this. No one could. Robbie, this started with one goddamn priest.
McLeish sent us a letter on 20 priests years ago. Sasha found the clip.
Are you kidding me? 20 priests?
When?
Just after Porter, December 93.
We buried the story in Metro. No follow.
That was you. You were Metro.
Yeah, that was me. I just taken over. I don't remember it at all. But yeah.
Can I say something here? Sometimes it's easy to forget that we spend most of our time stumbling around in the dark. Suddenly a light gets turned on and there's a fair share of blame to go around. I can't speak to what happened before I arrived, but all of you have done some very good reporting here. Reporting that I believe is going to have an immediate and considerable impact on our readers. For me, this kind of story is why we do this. Having said that, Cardinal Law and the Catholic community are going to have a very strong response to this. So if you need a moment, you earned it. But I will need you back here Monday morning, focused and ready to do your job. Leaving?
Yeah.
I just got a call from the Cardinal.
Really? Why?
He wanted to tell me personally they decided not to comment. He said he wanted to extend me that courtesy.
Jesus, the balls on that guy. What did you say?
I told him he was making a mistake and we were going to run the story.
Damn right we're going to run it.
And this is why those stories never get told.
Publish something that has earned your keep. But there are fewer editors willing to do that, and we had one in Marty.
And I have to say that the Boston Globe still has a Spotlight team. I'm still on the Boston Globe Spotlight team, and we have 6 reporters on the Spotlight team, whereas we had 4 in 2001. So there are, as Marty said, there are still some papers doing long-term investigative reporting. The Globe is still one. The Washington Post is another. But there aren't as many as there used to be by any stretch of the imagination.
When you think about it, newspapers are really the only medium that have the resources to do in-depth reporting, and not just deep investigative projects, but reporting that holds institutions in society accountable. And that's what's gone missing from a lot of papers. And democracy doesn't work well if people don't know what's going on. And the elected officials we have very often don't want us to know, and we're the people who have to find out for them.
One of the
And this is the end result.
Both kids were abused. Jamaica playing 2 weeks ago. Keep Both kids were abused. Jamaica playing 2 weeks ago. Keep doing your work, Mr. Hernandez.
Hello. How are you guys doing?